We're going to have a look at another Mark Knopfler solo. It's the first solo in Lady Writer, which is on Communique. There's a solo at the beginning which I'll do another lesson on. This one is the first sort of proper solo, so it's after the middle eight, sort of part way through the song. So it's in C sharp minor. I mentioned in the intro solo video that you can play C sharp minor in this sort of position or this position. So you might be familiar with those. If I play a pentatonic, it would be here or here. And you've also got the natural minor, which Mark Knopfler uses quite a bit, which would be. And I suppose being familiar with those patterns would be useful, it'd be helpful for learning this. So it starts off in the fourth position, but we slide into it, just like in the intro. So start on a third string, fourth fret with third finger, slide into the sixth, which is the root note, that's the C sharp, like this. And once you get there, you play that C sharp again. So it's, and then we've got second string, 4, hammer on to 5 and then play the 5 again. And then 4, hammer on to 5, pull off to 4 and then play this 6 again. So that was. And then we have to shift to fifth position, which is here. And we play a 7 on the second string, bend it up a tone, which means make the 7 sound like a 9. And it's a bend, release, bend again, very quick. So it's, after you've played that second bend, you hold it there, play the 5 on the first string, this A, and then play the bent string and let it come down. This is very similar to what was happening in the intro solo. So it's, and then we play second string, 5, hammer on to 7, pull off to 5, and then 2 6s on the third string, which is the root note again. So I'll just play that little phrase. And then the next one, play 4 on the fourth string, slide to 6. So we're in a new position now. 6 on the third string twice. 9 on the third string, 8 on the third string. So that was. And then there's a hammer on and pull off from 6 to 8. So that's. And then there's a nice little thing he does here, which is a small bend, it's an 8 on the third string, bending to a 9, so it's only a 1 fret bend, semitone bend, so you're making this sound like this. But once he's bent the string, he holds it there, picks it 3 more times, but puts a lot of vibrato on it, like this. So I'll play the previous phrase into the bend. And then, after playing that vibrato section on that bend, you've still got the bend there, so you're still making the 8 sound like a 9, and you play it again, let it come down to the 8, and pull off to the 6, so that would sound like this. So with the previous one it would be. And then we play another pull off, 8 to 6, third string still, and then slide to 4. And then a 6 on the fourth string. So that's the first half of this solo. So it's over one complete sequence, just like the intro was. It then he plays a solo over, or continues the solo over another complete sequence, and moves up into the higher register of C sharp. So I'll just play that whole first section slowly. Okay, and then there's a jump up to this position. Standard bluesy phrase to begin with, which is 11 on the 3rd string, bend it up a tone, and then play 2nd string 9, 1st string 9. And then we play 12 on the 2nd string and bend that up a tone, but it's important to use 3rd finger for this. So even though little finger's there, it's 3rd that we need for this. And it's a little bit tricky, this part, because you hold that bend for a second and then you let it back down, push it up again. So it's like that. And then you have to let it down and back up again. So it's so depending on the sound you've got, you might not have enough sustain for that note to ring. But obviously he has a very clean sound, but it's probably compressed, and it does kind of sustain quite well. And then once we've done that, holding this bend here, add the little finger on the 12 on the 1st string underneath. So it's play this string again, 2nd string, let it down. Play the 9, and then the 12, and then the 9 again. So I'll just play the whole phrase. And another really nice little passage of notes here. Flatten this 1st finger over 2 9s, 1st and 2nd strings. So you hold it there and play the 12 and pull off to the 9. And then play the 2nd string, which is covered here, so it's a 9. And then play the 1st string 9 again. And it sounds like it's going to keep repeating that, but it doesn't quite. He plays the 12, pull off to the 9, and then this other 9 again, but it doesn't play this note. So it's and then similar thing, but 11 instead of 12. So it's pull off to 9 and then play that note. So it's quite hard to get this part up to speed. And then we play the 1st string 9, 2nd string 9. 2nd finger here on the 10 on the 2nd string, pull off to 9. 11 on the 3rd string, 9 on the 2nd string. 11 to 9 on the 3rd string. So that whole little phrase is and I do recommend practicing that phrase on its own, probably more than anything else in this solo. Because I know when I sort of worked out what the notes were and tried to play it, that bit felt a little bit strange. That took a little bit of playing, so especially to get it up to speed. And then after that, we just played this 9, 3rd finger on the 11, 3rd string. We do a bend to 13, standard 2 fret bend. So you're making that sound like that. And there's more vibrato, so it's quite a bit of vibrato there. And then same string, 9, 11, 9. And then the last phrase, really nice sort of bluesy phrase here. You do the same bend on the 11, 2nd string, 9, 10, pull off to 9, back to the 11 on the 3rd string, 2nd string 9, 10, pull off to 9 again, 11 on the 3rd string again, 2nd string 9, 10, pull off to 9 again, and that 11 again on the 3rd string, and then a 9 3rd string. So that's a lot of the same notes. Just play that phrase. And then, just like on the intro where he plays a final chord, which is on the first beat of the next section, he does a similar thing here. Earlier on he played a major 7 at the end of the intro solo, but here he plays an A chord, and I think, I'm not 100% certain about where he plays this A chord, but it sounds like it's in this area, and it makes sense that it would be because he's just played this note. So then we do this, which is part of a C-shaped bar chord for an A. But I don't think he's playing that A there, I think he's got the open string. And not really hitting the 1st string, so mainly the middle 4. And you can give this a bit more impact by playing down, up, down very fast. Go slowly. So if I play the last phrase into that chord, like that. And that's how the solo ends. All the way through this song, he's playing lots of little fills, like he does in a lot of his songs. And that's why these chords, like that chord at the end of the solo, that's why that works, because it's not the end of the lead guitar part. There's other phrases that come in quite quickly afterwards, and we'll look at those separately. Okay, so that's the whole solo. I'll play through the whole thing now so you can hear it all in context. Okay, if you like the video, please subscribe. Thanks.